Edition, and we're joined right now live in studio. If you watch Fox, you see her all the time, and she is columnist at the Sun Sentinel, Republican strategist, and author of a great new book, Branding America. And we say hello to Noelle Nikpour. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Great
She's from Arkansas, so she's going to talk funny. I mean, I say that to all of you New Yorkers and, you know, people like me, but around the country, she probably doesn't sound too funny.
Why did you do that to me? You know they would have never figured that one out.
No, it took me a while to figure it out, you know. Do they still have the Confederate flag that, you know, Bill Clinton signed Confederate flag? No, Bill Clinton signed Confederate Flag Day into law back when he was governor, and the media never, ever mentioned that because he's Bill Clinton. Yet South, you know, Carolina, oh, Confederate flag. So I'm wondering, is the flag still flying proudly over the State House?
No, I do not think the Confederate flag. No, I don't think we have the Confederate flag.
I just want to check that out.
A lot of razz about that, but thanks for bringing that up.
And
right
no,
off the box.
it's a more knock at Bill Clinton, not Arkansas. I love Arkansas. I love Mike Huckabee. He's from Arkansas.
He's great. He's awesome. Great governor.
So I know 3 people from Arkansas. Well, yeah. Hillary makes 4. So you're split. You and Mike, Bill and Hill. So I'm split down the middle.
Well, hey, we may have a Hillary 2016 ticket. And by the way, the airport in Arkansas in Little Rock was renamed. Instead of the Clinton Airport.
The Jennifer Flowers Airport?
No, oh my gosh. The Monica LeWitt? No. That's why I'm wearing the blue dress. No, it was called
no, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. You know what I was going to say.
Do not go there.
Thank you. Okay.
You can if you want off.
No, off the air, not here.
Yeah. No, it's called the Hillary and Bill Clinton
Airport?
Airport.
That's the real name of it now?
Why didn't they just leave it the Clinton International Airport? Why they call it international from Little Rock,
Could I say something?
Who knows?
Okay. Present company excluded. It's, you know, I'm not that shocked that Arkansas would do that. It just speaks volumes about Arkansas.
Well, you know what? Guess what? If you'll look down here, I am wearing shoes. So the myth is not true. We're all educated and we do wear shoes.
I can't look down there because it would look bad on TV if I'm looking down there now. I mean, you know, anyway, after the show as well.
Perfect.
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about politics. You remember politics?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. We have a guy named here in New York. I call him Little Anthony Weiner. I feel the same way you do. But here's the thing, okay? He's running for mayor. It's official now. He was out greeting people today, etc. His whole thing in the aftermath was, I can't believe what I did to my wife. And Uma Abedin is a whole nother story. But my wife, I shamed her. I feel bad. But blah, 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 blah. My wife, I love my wife. Yet he said today, and he said about a month ago, and I've been playing these sound bites for a month, and now it was reinforced today. He said it to Brian Lehrer. He can't guarantee there's not another woman out there with more pictures of his crotch. So if that's the case, why is he doing this if he's worried about his wife? One more picture, it's going to start all over again. You
know, number one, I'm not a fan of Anthony Weiner's. I think that he was very arrogant. He was arrogant when he was on television.
Oh my gosh.
He has kind of a sense of entitlement. It took everyone pleading with him to get him to resign when he was in office of all the junk that he did when Breitbart had discovered the photos.
Yep.
Let me tell you something else. Why would you, after you have been disgraced, wait I mean, it hadn't been that much longer, and get out, Steve, and run for office, run for mayor? Why does he deserve something so coveted as that? As Michael Bloomberg, Rudy Giuliani, you would give this guy and
Did you just mention Michael Bloomberg and Rudy Giuliani in the same breath? Oh my God, that's not good.
Well, they're 2 accomplished guys. You know, like them or not, they're
one's
very controversial.
One's a nanny and one's a great hero.
Now, I used to work for Rudy Giuliani. Actually,
I like Rudy.
When he ran for president, I handled 18 states.
Well, you're to blame for that one.
No,
you kept him out of the primaries, the early primaries.
I think that
I
think that Rudy Giuliani would have been the only person that could have potentially beat Barack Obama in that race. I really do. But I think on Anthony Weiner, we are getting ready to find out. On my book, I wrote Branding America. It's about branding and people's brands, and we're about to find out if Anthony Weiner, has got a Teflon brand. Bill Clinton, people actually look for him to endorse their campaigns. He has a Teflon brand. I don't think Anthony Weiner is going to have one.
No, and it's funny because Anthony Weiner is a Democrat. And you're right, it was his arrogance and his you know, even when he resigned. And by the way, Breitbart may he rest in peace, Andrew Breitbart, was on a plane when Weiner resigned. And I had him on right off the plane, and I played the soundbite where they were shouting at Weiner, you know, hey, pervert, or whatever they were shouting at, and Breitbart loved it. But the point is, I lost my train of thought. No, the point is, it was like he won an election when he was resigning. I want to thank my parents, and I'm like, what? You should be apologizing to your parents on the floor. Anyway, so, but my point is,
he needs to apologize for his dad for not making him a little bit more well-endowed than he was in those photos. What? I said it,
Usually, and we're talking, by the way, to Noelle Nikpour, columnist, Sun Sentinel, author of Branding America, Republican strategist here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Usually, if you're a Democrat, look, here's the thing. When the congressman, whose name always escapes me, made the rape remark before the Republican convention.
Oh, that was that stupid guy, Todd Aiken.
Todd Aiken. That whole, the media ran with it, the Democrats ran with it, and the whole Republican convention was defined as the party of that condones rape. Bill Clinton, sexual assault, accused of rape, exposed himself, you know, the dress, the whole thing. He was the keynote at the Democratic convention, and they bowed to him. So how is that possible?
That's what I'm telling you, Steve. He has a Teflon brand. Nothing sticks on him.
Because he's a Democrat.
No, I don't think so, because Anthony Weiner...
Yeah, I know, but he's an arrogant Democrat.
He is arrogant, but look at someone like John Edwards. That guy, he certainly didn't have a Teflon brand. Look what he did. He was very scandalous, but in the in the realm of things, Bill Clinton was a real dog. And someone else that's battling with that outside of politics is someone like Tiger Woods. You know, bless that guy's heart trying to make a comeback in golf. You know, can't get anything right after his scandal.
But he is coming back.
He finally is.
He is coming back.
Know?
I mean, poor guy. He lost how many of his billions of dollars? My heart bleeds. By the way, I cry for Tiger Woods every night, just so you know that.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I need to talk to you.
Yeah,
then.
It just breaks my heart what happened to poor Tiger. By the way, what do you think of? Are you following the Garcia Tiger Woods feud with the words and Garcia saying that if he would serve fried chicken to Tiger? You heard about that?
That's
whole thing?
Silly.
It's crazy.
That's very silly.
All right, we'll go somewhere else. All right, so immigration reform.
Yeah.
I was so heartened to hear John Boehner, who I don't have a lot of use for, because say the Senate bill, the immigration bill, which hasn't really gotten past the Senate yet, is dead. We're not even going to talk about that bill in the House. We're going to talk about our own bill. I just think it's such a mistake. I'd love to hear how you feel. To me, it's such a lose-lose proposition. Hispanic Americans in this country are concerned about jobs, and they're concerned about Republican conservative principles that we share with them, and they have to be. It has to be made known to them that they share those same things with us: jobs, education, family values, marriage sanctity, all that. They share that with us. Immigration reform is down on their list. You're not going to win Hispanic support. Then the millions of Hispanics who do wind up becoming citizens, both that are here now and that will be welcomed in, tens of millions, they'll be Democratic voters. They'll vote Democrat. It's a lose-lose for the Republicans. And no matter how far they go on immigration reform, they're not going to go all the way. So right when they sign it, the president signs it, Chuck Schumer will take to the microphone and say, we wanted to give Hispanics this, but these evil Republicans wouldn't let us. So it's a lose, lose, lose. That's my opinion.
Yeah, there's so many. It's a catch-22.
I want you to tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
I'm not going to tell you
Batter me.
Go
ahead, tell me.
I'm not, but I am going to tell you that I feel that it's not all dismal. I don't think it's all, the GOP, we have a branding problem. Believe me. Look at the convention.
As you discuss in your book, Branding America.
Yeah, I mean, look at the convention.
Like the
we
plug?
look like,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Look at the convention, the Republican convention, and it looked like White Boy Express Country Club. Look at the Democratic convention.
Right. But there's nothing wrong with, you know what, seriously.
But we need to change it. So we need to have
But when
something.
we have elected officials who are Hispanic, like the great governor of New Mexico and others, the media tears them down and tears them apart as they're, sellouts, they're not real.
Steve, look at the media.
Well,
the majority of media is left wing. What do you expect them?
But the media has made, when Susan Rice was in trouble.
Oh, God.
Okay, it was they kept saying the optic of two old white guys, McCain and Graham, going after Susan Rice. And all of a sudden now it's become acceptable to say white guys as if it's some kind of pejorative and terrible thing. That's acceptable now. I can't say that. I would never about two old black guys. I mean,
you'd be called racist.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm a little troubled when you say that the optics of the convention with white people. Who cares? I mean, but we have enough elected officials that are Hispanic, that are black, that want to run. And when they run, they're torn apart for not being down with the cause or whatever the expression is.
I think a lot of that stems from the fact that what you're seeing in the media, what they're playing, like the Tea Party people, they have these images in their mind. Like when you think of a Tea Party person, you think of an older lady, older guy with a red, white, and blue tacky hat on with a big elephant.
Well, that's from
screaming.
the convention, yeah.
And that's not, you know, who the Republican, that's not who we are. We also, you know, at the CPAC, which I led a breakout panel on. There was a lot of controversy about the Go Proud people not being able to speak. So what do you think that looks again? Not only with the immigration, you know, not only with the anti-gay, you have so many things that where we look very narrow-minded.
But we're not anti-gay, and we're not.
No,
we're not.
That's what I'm trying to say. But we need to have a better spin on it.
But do the Democrats let in pro-life people at their conventions or their little equal of CPAC? No.
But the pro-life people don't want to go over there.
They would not. I remember dating way back Governor Casey of Pennsylvania, or Senator Casey, you know, the son, the father. I mean, he wanted to speak at the Democratic convention going way back, and they would never let him speak because he was pro-life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on both sides.
Yeah.
So why would you bring, if it's against your platform and against your policy, why would you bring someone in to stand up there and talk about, you know, gay marriage when your policy is against gay marriage?
Well, speaking of gay marriage, one of the biggest arguments that I have is if everybody wants to keep this really fair, you know, we really should do away with the institution of marriage, make everyone abide by a civil union, and leave marriage up to the churches.
No, you can't do that.
Why is that not fair, Steve?
Because it's not fair, because
Why?
Marriage is the fiber that holds our society together.
Leave it up to the churches.
No, you can't do that, because
everyone have a civil union. Have it make a legal agreement between the states.
And do you want 3 people to marry? Do you want 4 people to marry? Do you want the kids to have 5 parents?
If the church says, I don't want to marry anyone but a man and a woman, that's up to the church.
There are lots of churches.
The argument lies within the church.
But there's no within the church. In other words, there are 7,000 churches, so each one will have their own rules.
That's
and
okay.
we'll play by everybody's rules.
That's okay.
And this family, all the adults are married in this family. Come on, you can't have everyone in a society like that.
Yes, you can, because what you're trying to say is everyone can have a civil union. If I want to have a civil union with my BlackBerry, who I cannot be separated from, then I should do it.
No, then you're clouding the issue.
No,
completely.
because what if now if the Catholic Church doesn't want to marry my BlackBerry and I, then they have the right to refuse it. Bingo.
Let me see your BlackBerry. I might want to marry it.
I have 2.
You have 2 BlackBerries? All right.
I
See,
do.
I only have 1, and I have an old one, real old
do
BlackBerry.
too.
Okay. Everybody says you don't have an iPhone. I said no, I don't.
I don't either. We have a lot in common.
I'm telling you, it must be yourself. But no, seriously, you protect the sanctity of marriage. You say it's between a man and a woman, and anybody else you could have civil unions. Once you look.
But that's not the argument, Steve. Because if you give 2 gay people a civil union, they're saying, no, that's not good enough. We want marriage.
I know they're saying that.
They want marriage.
Okay.
But you have to look at the terms and the definition of marriage. It's a religious term.
No, but it's defined as between a man and a woman. It always has been.
Because it's based on a religious ceremony. It's a religious term.
To be did you want Chris Christie at CPAC also?
I like Chris Christie so much.
God.
I was devastated.
He's my governor.
I was devastated that he was not speaking. That's not fair. Because some people say that he lost the election for Romney because he embraced Obama. He had no choice.
He did not have.
Yes, he did.
I live in Jersey.
He had no choice.
He had every choice in the world.
Come on,
he had
Steve,
why did he have to praise him like that?
Steve, the state of New Jersey was in trouble.
Right.
Look
I
what
want to
happened.
thank President Obama for coming, blah, blah, blah.
He shouldn't have done
President Obama is the greatest. He's the greatest. On the eve of the election, look, when he spoke.
Do you really think that really changed the election, that people went out and voted for that?
I think the storm changed the election.
Why don't you look at the voter fraud that went on in Florida?
You don't have to convince me about that. I'm over that. But I think, let me tell you about Chris Christie. No, Chris Christie's not a conservative. I supported him.
He's a moderate.
Christie, he's not a moderate.
Yes, he is.
He's a fiscal conservative on some aspects of it.
Yes.
You know that the jobs numbers came out for all states, right? New Jersey is lagging way at the bottom. His policies aren't working. He is a liberal, social liberal on almost every issue you could think of. I'm telling you, he's been a big disappointment. I was a big supporter of his. He is not. He wouldn't condemn.
But Steve, a lot of leaders in the East are socially moderate.
Yeah,
goes with the territory.
But he'll never win the Republican nomination. He can't.
That may be so.
Too far to the left.
I may not argue with you on that
too far to the left.
But I don't think he's been a bad governor.
He's better than Corzine.
There you go.
And Corzine, I think, should be in jail somewhere.
Corzine is corrupt. It's about as corrupt as you can get.
Well,
but
when you
of
have a
course,
Justice
he's
Department like we do, you know, Corzine
fast
walks
and furious.
All right, listen, we only scratched the surface. So you're here you come in every 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Dare I invite you back?
Let's do it. Bring it on.
All right, now this time I'll have to look at the shoes before you come in, because don't ask me to be looking under the desk. All right, folks, we'll come back. That's Noelle Nikpour, columnist, Sun Sentinel, and the book Branding. I'm trying to find the camera, but they only want you on. Branding, they're smart. Branding America is her book, and we're going to continue with the final segment of the Thursday edition of the Steve Malzberg Show. Don't go away. I'm going to look now down at the shoes.
The Steve Malzberg Show.